factory, currently setting up pedestrian fence. We came in, said hi, they said get to work. So this is what we're doing. Today, we're gonna be helping out, feeding them food. We got Pappy Bob's Barbecue coming out. Then we're gonna do some test burnouts so that way we're prepared for the big show tomorrow. And then tonight, we are doing some drag racing. Now that was a good practice burnouts.
Our palm tree might...
It blew the plug out of it. So I put it back in, it should blow back up.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
Does anyone have like a way to not have LSs throw belts? But don't worry, I'm prepared for this. Did you have an LS engine?
Did you really just pull that out of the seat there?
If you have an LS engine, you always need tools and a belt. She got hot real quick. It's like I do this all the time.
Already have the tools to do it in the car.
That's right.
That's Carl for you.
About a minute and a half through it, we threw a belt like we always do, and all my coolant's sitting on the track. Other than that, it was really good. So I have 4 belts with me because we like to lose all of them. We already changed a new belt, got it tightened on. We're going to bleed the coolant system and give some people some ride-alongs.
So my first experience in Klaus was pretty sweet. Less scary than I thought it was gonna be, but super hype. Like super smooth, really fun, sounded great. I don't know, I felt like it would maybe like feel scarier drifting in it, like it could flip, but it was super smooth, you sit super low. It wasn't scary at all.
Badass. You like to say, I know you're training.
Yes. You say whatever you want.
Fucking beast. Yeah, it's a good ride.
Were you surprised by the violence?
Very. The noise, the 3 to 4 shift was my favorite. So.
How fast did you go?
55. Not a mile an hour. Yeah, we heard it earlier.
We might break the car. We have drag racing in about an hour and a half, so we're going to swap on the sticky tires and we're gonna do a couple test hits. We have to race Garrett and Neighbor. I have to gap that thing over there, that wagon looking rust bucket.
There ain't no shit to talk, they ain't even got a chance. Look at it. They don't even have a door on it. I already blew the doors off on the way here.
So your confidence level is 10 out of 10?
-3 out of 10 because I've never been down the strip, but I'm still not scared of some bald old man that doesn't love his life.
It's gonna be a good night. We're gonna do some racing. We're not gonna break it before the actual show tomorrow. Famous last words, hopefully. We got a half cent. I didn't lift on my tipping. With our little drag racing contest we have, I have to just beat Garrett just for bragging rights. But we got a $100 buy-in for all the burnout cars. It's all the street legal ones that can actually drive their cars and use them.
Hey, this one was driven on the street like 3 days ago.
Winner takes all, 2G buy-in.
I take the cash and I take the respect.
It's gonna be great. Right now, throwing the car into drag mode. It hasn't had drag slicks in about 2 years. If you recall, it's broke all 5 times it's gone down the track because everything likes to shake a lot, or break, or blow coolant, or break axles, or someone put the tires on wrong, or yeah, lots of it. But we're gonna do this. We got new shorter slicks in the back that should not cut into the tire, we're hoping. We got our same skiddies on in the front. We're gonna nut and bolt check everything because bolts might have gotten loose. So the middle bolt going into the subframe that connects the control arm, that one right there, look at that.
Review the footage.
Don't put that in the video. Don't let her be right. No wonder the tire was a little wobbly.
Putting the wheel on the car.
A better debut than that.
Oh, you're not even doing it. You're just putting the tire next to the car.
This is why we do nut and bolt checks.
You gotta help the losers out, bud.
What's happening?
Car's falling apart, and he's fixing it with a crescent wrench.
I got a bent control arm over there. Picking that up?
Yes.
When did we do that? I haven't hit anything today. That had to have been during the drift event.
But how fortunate that we have this.
That's even.
Woo!
Wow.
Seth, who was talking a big talk in the Liberty wagon, he broke pretty much immediately. In fact, so fast that I didn't even have time to film it. So he's working on his car right now, and we're just trying to make an A to B pass and try and do something. This requires a bit of context. We put the drag slicks on, and they don't fit over the stock calipers. The Willwoods for the hydraulic handbrake, oddly enough, do fit. So we pulled out the grinder, and now hopefully this thing fits. So I've got my melon down here trying to see if we need to remove more of the caliper or what. It's close. Do it some more.
Feels good.
It's close.
Close is good. If it's any more, it's self-clearance.
Torque it down. Why don't we just run the regular wheels and tires, Carl?
See, now I normally would, but the only time I've ever broken an axle is on the regular tires because they're what's called radials. They have tons of belts in them, so the tire doesn't move. These are bias ply. There's no belts. It's just rubber. So if you guys seen those like top fuel cars, when they launch, how they wrinkle, what that does is act like a little cushion or buffer. So this rim starts spinning so much, the tire gets traction, gives it a little bit of a break, and then it starts to rubber band back, and which saves your drivetrain, helps you get traction.
So it's worth the extra time and effort and grindification to try and get these wheels and tires to fit for drag racing.
Someone out there can comment and tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, don't worry, it's the internet.
I think I'm right on this one.
And don't worry, the sparks are going right toward our fuel cell.
That went way better than what was expected. I thought the car was running a little bit lean. That's only because I was giving it like 50-75% throttle. And it still went pretty quick, like 11.2 with a 3-second 60-foot, so we didn't break it like Seth did. My tuner said to go ahead and floor it, so I made some street passes and floored. The car is running great, so it should be 9-second, 8-second pass, Me and Garrett are supposed to race Neighbor. We decided just to do it Sunday morning. So if Klaus survives the burnout, I'm gonna fully send it Sunday morning. Hopefully run a 9, maybe an 8. Who knows? But we gotta get going. Got lots to do for tomorrow. Other cars, well, I wouldn't say they all did good. Nick and Burnout Van, he threw down like a 12 something.
You got that all day.
I'm already faster than both of them. I'd like, does everyone owe me $100 since I've already made a faster pass than everyone on wastegate? Half throttle, 3 seconds, 60 foot. Shane boosted ride the big old blower truck, ran like 14, like hopping around. And Seth, who said, I'm not gonna launch it because everything will break. He launches it, instantly snaps both axles on the 60 foot. We did, though, get a special treat. Side-by-side vlog raced Leroy right off the trailer. And they had some issues, but they both went down, and just seeing Leroy go down the track like feet from you is nasty. That car is sick. We will see you guys on the next one. Balls are up.
That was not as close as I thought it was going to be.
Honestly, I think Leroy would have lost because if you see that quarter mile time, it says 102 because he got out of it after the 8th mile. Rolled to a 9.2 at 102. Leroy does an 8.2 at 162, but also Leroy can do faster than that.
Right.
Like 190, so.